loss, but for our path and our journey this season, to be able to fight the defending champions the way that we did in 5, and I thought we had some good plays there, and they just made a few more than we did. And as we think about the growth in the year, to be able to get to this point, simply what we spoke about in that last huddle was there's really nothing to hang our heads on. And although this stings at this moment, as a group, moving forward, these are the things that really get us to that championship mindset. And we talk about it a lot. And part of playing the game is you can win and you can lose. And tonight you saw 2 really great teams go after it. And that's the defending champion. And I thought we represented Ball State on the best way possible and played consistently at a very high level throughout the year. And we don't get to this point without doing that. So proud of our team, proud of our fan base. It's not anything more we could ask other than we got to move forward and grow from this moment. And obviously Quinn and a few of our other guys that are moving on to other things, we told them how proud we are of how they represent the university and this team, and know that they're going to do great things. So I'll kind of let the guys speak a little bit too, but thank you very much.
Quinn, Caleb, looking at that 4th and 5th game, what did Hawaii do differently that allowed them to come out with the win tonight?
Yeah, I think they figured out some schemes defensively. They started digging a couple balls, and they transitioned really well. It wasn't just getting balls up; it was getting balls up into the net where they had 2 or 3 options. And we struggled a little bit towards that end. We got some good digs. It was just we were one option. They're a really good blocking team. So I think those 2 things happened, and they served really well tonight as well. So when you add those 2 things together, it made our job a little bit harder. But we fought, which is all you can ask for.
Yeah, I think Quinn hit it right on the nose. The blocking defense into transition, they scored really well in those situations in the 4th and 5th set, as well as their serving was really aggressive, and they got us on a couple balls, as you can tell. We just did a poor job handling in the 4th and 5th set compared to the first 3. So they played a great match, and so did we.
And then a question for the entire panel. This team caught the imagination of a lot of Ball State alumni, students. What's your message to those folks who are up at 2 a.m. in the morning watching you guys right now back in Muncie or around the world?
Well, I obviously I'm proud of this team because we kind of created this philosophy that we have a winning culture here. Like we've got the people to do it, and obviously I'm on to the next level and next stage. But I know the group that we have around is ready to do the same thing we did this year. So that's really exciting for alumni, and obviously now today I'm an alumni, so I'm excited to see it. But I'm proud of that what we've created here because we've had so many people that we would have never met, due to this moment. So really happy about it.
Yeah, I just want to kind of give some thanks out to everyone that supported us throughout the whole year, the alumni, the staff, everyone that supported us, Beth Getz, Karen Lee, just every single person that was really supportive of us. I think we made you guys proud, even though we didn't come away with the dub, but just glad we could be there and do our best.
Yeah, if I could add anything to that, it's also, boys volleyball and men's volleyball is at an interesting, pivotal point, and I think Ball State University did a really good job of putting ourselves on the map, which I think speaks to the growth of volleyball, and our team that put the messages out there, sharing all of our fun experiences. I think as you see young boys aspiring to be collegiate players here in the U.S., I think we do a great job of representing the volleyball community as well, not just Ball State, and that's something that we're really proud of. That I thought we really did a good job of this year, and that's speaks to the support that we have behind men's volleyball at Ball State.
Yes, for the whole panel, a really slow start in that first set before turning it around and pushing it to extra points. What kind of happened to build that turnaround, or was it just calming your nerves in the moment?
Yeah, so I think a lot of it was a lot of calming nerves. So obviously, personally, I was nervous. I started taking a couple passes, making a few errors I don't normally make. So just nerves being on the big stage for the first time in the Final Four. You can kind of tell that Aguilos had that experience because he came in hot and he started doing really well. And then as soon as we got halfway through that first set, we started settling in and making a few better plays and just doing a better job in general. So I think a lot of settling nerves, as well as they were playing really well to start off, and we were kind of just playing really conservative and reserved for the first half.
Yeah, and one thing, I mean, obviously you've noticed, like our first sets, if you look at across the board, they've always been tight. It just getting going is just one thing we've had to start to figure out. And on top of that, we haven't played since Saturday. So that following Saturday, so whatever, 5 days before, it's been a while. They got a match in before, and I knew it was going to be a little bit of adjustment, but I was just really proud of how we brought that back within 2 points, had a chance to take that set. But they came out firing. I expected them to, and we battled. So.
And then my second one is just for Quinn. A little over 5 years ago, Quinn Isaacson arrived in Muncie to play men's volleyball. If you could have a conversation with him right now, what are a few talking points you'd want to hit?
Well, I would first off just tell him to do it. Like I think there were some thoughts early in my career, like if I wanted to take this to another level, but I'm happy I did it. And obviously you get recruited by numerous different schools, but I would have told myself this is the best decision you could have made, because I've met some of my best friends here, and I've created a family, and the staff, and even the staff before. Like, it's not even just the volleyball that's created these memories, it's the stuff off the court as well. So I mean, anyone that's looking to go anywhere, Ball State's the place to go. I mean, the fan, the community, the school is unbelievable. So I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would tell them to follow the dreams.
And then my final one's for Donan. Obviously, being in the Final Four this year is a big step forward for the program, something you guys haven't done in 20 years. We talk recruiting, we talk future of the program. What's next for you guys?
Yeah, just kind of continue to build on this. One of the things immediately following the game is, if this is going to be the starting point for my tenure at Ball State, and this is a good place to be, right? So, I've been in this position before as a professional, and I understand that you got to kind of work yourself into, having a level of success. And I thought we had a group that really embraced the culture and the mindset that we were trying to build. And to be able to get that kind of growth right out the bat is pretty good. And winning it's a mentality, and it's a habit. And moments like this is what motivates me to do my job, improve, continue to build our team and our guys. And regardless of the outcome today, I just thought that this was a huge growing point for us.
Yeah, this one's for all you guys. It's the first time Ball State's been on the stage in 20 years. What do you think this team showed about what Ball State's kind of capable of?
I think the one thing we kept saying throughout that, especially that fourth and fifth set, is like, this team has gone through a lot throughout the year. Like, obviously, like this coaching change has been great, but it's always unique for players. And there was just we were battle tested through the fall. Just stuff happened, on and off the court that we had to work through. And then we kind of come into the season, same thing. It's like, oh, Ball State would be okay, and had to prove some people wrong. And you get into tough games, and like the MIVA conference this year across the board, like there was a lot of good players. So every game was tough for us. So the whole time through those last two sets was just like, we're fighters. Like, that's what we do. So it just showed that, like, no matter how much we're down, no matter how far you think we're out, like that's not who we are. Like we're if you let off the gas a little bit, we'll show you what we're about. So I think that's one big thing that we've shown this year.
Yeah, one thing coaches really put in our minds is just to be patient and wait for your moment to come, and then take advantage of the moment once it comes. So we did a lot of that this year, obviously, just kind of waiting and just playing our game and staying on our side and focusing on what we can do to control the game, and then just waiting for those moments to jump on. So I think we did a really good job this season. Obviously not the result we wanted, but I think we made everyone proud.
Guys, I asked you earlier this week just about what Donan has brought to the program. Now, as when you're moving on, what excites you for the program, knowing that he's at the helm of this thing?
Yeah, I love the guys that we have in place to carry on this team. I've worked with obviously Dave Flores, who's our backup setter for 3 years now, and I think he's ready to do the job. And we've got a center coming in too, and we have other pieces we're going to fill. And just what I've learned from this staff this year is unbelievable. I can't imagine a guy like Vanis Buckholz, this was his first year with him, and now he'll have 3 more. I think that's going to be amazing for players. I wish I could stay for 2 more. I think I think I could really develop as a player. You just saw a little bit this year. So it's just the growth that this team's made, not even just on the court, just off the court, of building this family mindset. I think that really sets a team throughout a whole time, is if you can enjoy each other off the court, on the court, you're playing for your brothers. So I think that's been a huge difference for us.
Yeah, I think I'm most excited for Dunn being in the program because he's going to keep that family aspect. He's going to keep the culture that we have built at Ball State. He fit right in. He made it his own thing and then helped us with it and just made it even better. So I think he's going to do a great job continuing that, and then just obviously his winning mindset, just keeping that and flourishing with it. So I'm just excited to see what he can do.
Do you usually wear like
I think a couple times, like when we played Hawaii the last time, we had Xander's family came up, so yeah. But the family that gave me the lei was a former player from Kamehameha that was an alum of Grandview. So that's what this is all about: is building relationships that last for a long time, and for a family to come from a player from 5 years ago just kind of represents what all this means.
Quinn and Caleb? Obviously, it's tough to get by the end result, but do you take a moment like while you're out on the court in the heat of it and just like did you appreciate where you were and what it meant to you to be here and what the work that you put in to get to this point meant to soak that moment in?
Yeah, I mean, this is why you play the game, is to get in these big moments. Like when you're a 14-year-old playing club ball, you watch these games and that's what you want to do. And to get to do it on the biggest stage against, I mean, possibly the best team in the country and the reigning national championships, like that's why you do it. First set, no. And then I think second set, when it's going a little bit better, you can embrace it a little bit more. When you're trailing, it's like, okay, we got to figure it out. But no, we embraced it throughout the week. Obviously, got to do a lot of cool things. And but then when you're out there, it's go time. I think we were pretty checked in. But you get a random timeout here where you look around and realize where you're at. So it was just a special moment. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
Caleb, how did it feel? Like what did you feel when you just stood out there and you realized I'm playing in the Final Four?
Well, walking out there, I was really excited. I was ecstatic to see how it was going to go. I was like, I feel really great. I'm bouncy. Like the team looks like they're really excited about this game. And then when the game started, I started to get a little bit nervous, which I'm not proud of, but I got a little bit nervous and just started doing some things that I don't normally do. And then after that, I settled in and I was really excited. I was like, oh, I feel good. We can do this. We almost won the first set on a comeback. We won the second one. Like we're doing great here. Like I just feel good about what we're doing. So yeah, I definitely took it in and just took a second to settle in, but then it was amazing after.
Caleb, I got one more for you. Obviously, Quinn is graduating, but you've got more time at Ball State. When does the gear kick into this was great, but I've got more to accomplish and I want to be back here in 365 days?
Well, I guess I am coming back for a year next year. If no one knew that, I'm coming to use my 5th year for COVID year. But obviously, I think I'm going to sit on it for a second, just take it in, learn some stuff from Hawaii because they were a great team and it was a great match to play. So I think I'm just going to take that in for a little bit and then I'll move on in a few days.
He can come. I can graduate, but he can't get rid of me. So I'll make sure I'll keep him on it. Don't worry about that. I'll make sure I'll call him.
But don't get me wrong, there is a motivation to be back here next year. So I wasn't trying to say that. We will be back here next year. So.
Quinn, last one I've got for you. One of my favorite quotes we've talked about a lot throughout the course of the year that you said after the first Hawaii win was Ball State was the team that used to be good. How does it make you feel knowing now that it's not the team that used to be good?
Yeah, I mean, it's a goal that we made, like especially in my class. It's just what you strive for every single year, and I think we obviously proved a lot of people throughout the season, and then I think there was a lot of people who, like we talked about, who thought we were underdogs going into this game. Obviously, the reigning national champs, and the continued talk of them missing guys, which obviously we understand. We just play who's on front of us, and I think we showed a lot of people that this team was elite this year. And I mean, you brought those guys in, and we still made an exciting 5-setter. So I'm just really proud of the guys around us and what we were able to do with the culture. And it was an exciting season that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Coach Cruz, you mentioned about the team's growth. You've been only for 1 year. What is the biggest growth that you've seen in this team, and what will you most miss about the senior class?
Yeah, the veteran leadership is something that only time can give you, right? So for us to have to develop new leaders has been happening all year long. We'll create some opportunities for other guys moving forward. But the senior class has obviously been through now 2 staffs, and for them to have embraced the concepts and the mindset that we've tried to build was something pretty special. And moving forward, it's you just gotta, like Caleb said, you gotta take a deep breath and kind of regroup and let your mind kind of recalibrate. But the future has already been in motion since I got here. As a coach, you gotta kind of have your mind in two different places as best as you can. And we hit recruiting pretty hard, and as we lose a very special group, I feel good about the guys that are returning and feel great about the recruits we have coming in. So it's a progressive mindset, and you can't settle. And you got to continue to want to learn and grow, and that's kind of what we're going to be about. So excited about the future, and excited how we played this year.